kick off another Battle of the Books this year. Woohoo! It's going to look a little different this year, but it's going to be fun and exciting.
We have 12 brand new books that you will be reading this year, so get ready, Bobcats. The Battle of the Books is coming.
Normal Pig! Woohoo!
This is the book, The Proudest Blue. In this story, you'll meet Asiya and join her on her first day of school wearing her beautiful blue headscarf called a hijab. This is a big moment for Asiya, and her little sister beams with pride for her big sister. When some bullies laugh at Asiya's hijab, she remembers her mother's words and remains strong and proud of what she is wearing. Nothing can dull her sparkle. You're going to love this book, The Proudest Blue. This is the book, Just Ask. Gardens are beautiful, magical places with plants and flowers of all shapes, colors, and sizes. They all need something a little different in order to grow and thrive. In this book, you'll learn that people are different just like the flowers in a garden. We will celebrate and appreciate how different we are and how we come together to make the world a very beautiful place. You're going to love this book, Just Ask. This is the book Dreamers. In this book, you will hear the true story of the author, Yuyi, as she brought her tiny baby and made the journey from her home in Mexico the whole way to America to make a better life for her little family. Coming to a new place and not knowing English or anyone around her was a scary challenge. Her life changes the day she discovers the library. The books she found there changed her life. She learned to read and speak, and they inspired her to write her own story, just like this one. Hi, boys and girls. This is the story Fry Bread, a Native American family story. Have you ever heard of fry bread? You're about to learn all about this special family treat. The smell, the sound, the shape, the ingredients, the color, the taste. This book will warm your heart and have your tummy rumbling as you hear all about this Native American food and why it's so important and special to these families. Enjoy. Yum, yum.
Many Colors of Harpreet Singh is the story of a young boy that uses colors to express his feelings. So on happy days, he wears bright and cheerful colors, and on sad and gloomy days, his colors are a little more like gray and white. So Harpreet has to move, and we see how his emotions show in his colors throughout the story. Hope you like all the pretty colors. Words is the Frederick Douglas story about a young boy that was a slave, grew up as a slave with his grandma, and then was sent to live at a different house. And he had to do lots of different jobs, but he found out that learning to read was his ticket to freedom. One quote says, "From that moment, I understood the pathway from slavery to freedom. If I learned to read, I could loosen the chains of..." But in the Time Machine is a story about a boy and his grandpa and their adventures through time. The boy's a little bit nervous about starting school, so the grandpa takes him on some adventures and shows him sometimes in his life that he was nervous, like when he left home and got a new job, and also when he was young and working really hard. So I hope you enjoy this one, Big Papa and the Time Machine. Pig is a story of Pip the pig, who thinks he's pretty normal until a new pig comes to school and thinks everything he does is really strange. The food he eats, what his family looks like, and even how he does his artwork. Pip the pig has to figure out that sometimes being normal isn't so fun after all. I hope you like this one, guys.
Jumpsuit is a very cool story about a grandmother and a little girl named Belle. And Grandma Tan is teaching Belle about how to make the soup, and just like she was taught when she was a little girl. Together they dance and clap as they prepare the holiday feast. Know why they call it Freedom Soup? Ty Gran asks. She then tells Belle about the history of Freedom Soup, the history of Belle's family, and the history of Haiti, where Belle's family is from. Can't wait till you read Freedom Soup. This is a funny story called Grandpa Grumps, and it's all about a little girl named Daisy, and her Yaya is visiting from China for the very first time. She has all sorts of plans for tea parties and playing in the snow, but Yaya is a very grumpy man. So poor Daisy has to try all sorts of things to get him to not be so grumpy. I know you are going to enjoy the story, Grandpa Grumps. Boys and girls, this is the story Bilal Cooks Dal, and dal is the Pakistani word for lentils. So in our story, Bilal's dad is cooking his favorite food, dal, and all of Bilal's friends have no idea what dal is. So this book is about patience and community and sharing and celebrating how we are different. I know you are going to enjoy the story, Bilal Cooks Dal. Boys and girls, this is the book called Soccerverse, Poems About Soccer. In Soccerverse, you're going to learn about talking shin guards, secret recipes for goalkeeping, a coach whose encouragement makes you fly like the wind, and teammates who support you even when you lose. So you're going to celebrate everything soccer with Elizabeth Steinglass' 22 poems in 13 different poetic forms. And you are going to love Soccerverse.